The horrific attack, which left 4 dead and 2 girls orphaned in a quiet car park in the French Alps yesterday afternoon, has so far left police mystified. Our chief correspondent Alex Thompson is at the scene in Chevelin, near Annecy. Alex.
Yes, John, let's stick to these few strict vital facts as regards the ballistics that we know. They do give a good illustration tonight of what appears to have happened here, and they are these, that the police, as you say, found 15 spent bullet cases in the vicinity. They say there were no bullet holes in the vehicle body, only bullet holes through the window, and we know that through the 4 individuals shot, the cyclist outside the car and 2 individuals inside the car, 2 of those were shot through the head. So it certainly appears to be targeted killing, not indiscriminate. Tonight, the French President Francois Hollande has said that everything that must be done will indeed be done to bring the perpetrators to justice. The stunning beauty and tranquility of Lake Annecy and the surrounding area are a haven for British holidaymakers. But this normally blissful region of the French Alps has been marred by what the authorities describe today as an act of gross savagery. On a remote mountain road, 4 people gunned down, 3 thought to be from the same family. The 4th victim, a French cyclist, seemingly in the wrong place at the wrong time. 2 young girls survived. One is in a coma. The other, just 4 years old, apparently lay hidden under baggage and her mother's body for 8 hours, unnoticed by the police.
I can't even begin to imagine how she might be doing emotionally. She was obviously very happy to be in the arms of the officer who got her out of the car. She started to talk and the officers managed to communicate with her in English, but she almost immediately asked where her family was.
Specialist thermal imaging cameras failed to spot the presence of the girl in the car, which was removed from the scene late this afternoon. Investigators only learned of her existence after speaking to residents at a local campsite. The family had been staying at the popular campsite called Le Solitaire du Lac on Lake Annecy. Residents there reported them missing after the family failed to return from an excursion. Then at 3:50 p.m. yesterday, a British man cycling near the town of Chevelin was passed by another cyclist. 10 minutes later, that British man discovered the family's BMW estate with the engine still running in a woodland car park. The 7-year-old girl, who'd been badly beaten and shot, walked towards him and then collapsed. In the car, he could see the bodies of a man and 2 women. Lying next to the car was the body of the cyclist who had just passed him. He'd also been shot. The driver of the car is thought to be Saad Al-Hili, a man of Iraqi origin living in Claygate in Surrey. Neighbours say he lives here with his wife Iqbal and daughters Zainab and Zina, and they're shocked that this could have happened to a loving family.
It was a very tight-knit family, and I didn't ever see them playing with other children apart from their cousins. And they'd have lots of parties in the gardens, but always with family. And I just can't begin to imagine how they're going to cope with the rest of their lives. It's horrifying beyond description.
The police do not know why this family was targeted, but this neighbour says Mr. Hili may have said something of interest before he went on holiday.
He said one thing that may or may not be of significance, and I have passed that on to the police, but I wouldn't say anything more than that. It could involve libelous comments if it turns out not to be true.
Saad Al-Hili was the secretary of an aerial photography company called AMS 1087, although the only details we can find about this business are through the register at Companies House. For investigators trying to solve this horrendous crime, there's so far little information that provides any explanation. Okay, quick update on those 2 young girls. Zainab, the elder, she's 8. She's in an induced coma in hospital in Grenoble, not too far from here. And the other, the younger one, Zina, just 4, as you might imagine, deeply traumatized but physically unharmed, both under police protection.